Hi, I'm Peter Stewart with Fortinet. I'm going to show you quickly how to use the integration with FortiNDR Cloud and CrowdStrike. So with that, I'm going to pivot directly into detection that I happen to know exists within FortiNDR Cloud to show how this works, right? So I'm going to do that. We're going to pick on executable retrieve with minimal HTTP headers. As we look at this, we do map everything back to the MITRE ATT&CK framework. You also see severity and confidence here. We can go further in detail if you need more information about that, as well as you'll always see next steps with every one of our detections. There are multiple ways to get to this quarantine capability within FortiNDR Cloud with CrowdStrike. First one is directly here from the impacted device panel, but we're going to actually examine the downloaded file to verify it's malicious first to show you exactly what we're looking at and what an analyst would do. So we're going to pick on 10.10.31.5 here, right here at the top. And it says examine the downloaded file to verify its maliciousness. We're going to step to that step 1.2. As I click on this, right, we'll see it. It's going to open up the entity panel. As it does this, you're going to see 64 of 73 scans are showing this as malicious. And if you scroll left to right, you can see that this is most likely TrickBot. As a result of this, I'm going to want to quarantine the impacted devices. To do this, I'm going to click on that source IP, which is an internal IP address. The first thing you see that comes up is you see one event found, but you also see contained device. So if we don't click it here, but we actually click on the integration, we want further information about what's happening on that device. You can see it is accounting workstation 004. You can see other information that's running Rocky Linux. We can also see that it has some other detections related privilege escalation via sudo and sudo caching. It's kind of an interesting possibility of what's going on, right? With that, we can hit contain host. Now, when I hit that, a pop-up window does occur. That pop-up window does mean you have to confirm that containment. Now, the nice thing about this is if a user does not have permissions, meaning they're a user that is a limited user, they cannot actually run this API call. So it's fairly straightforward. We're going to hit confirm, and it's going to contain or quarantine that device. But as you scroll down, you can say investigate in CrowdStrike, right? So I already have CrowdStrike open in this other window. The nice thing is we know it's accounting workstation 004. We also know that it's 10.10.31.5, right? Its external IP address is going to be that. We're going to jump into this a little bit further. We're going to jump into the actions available, right? You can see that it has network contained hosts. We're waiting for this to show up. Let me refresh this window here as I just contained it inside of NDR Cloud, right? We want to see, make sure these actions are safe. And you can see I can lift network containment here. What that means is I've already contained that host directly with NDR Cloud, and it's saying, hey, by the way, it's already contained, but if I wanted to lift the containment, I can do that here. Likewise, I can pivot back to FortiNDR Cloud and lift the containment here. I'm going to hit confirm on lifting that containment, right? So it's going to take a few seconds. You can see that the host is being lifted from containment. Please check back in a few minutes, right? So again, it's all done via API calls, all done in real time. So we're going to pop back here. We're going to refresh this window again here in CrowdStrike. We're going to look at those actions again, right? And it says that now we can contain that host. So the containment and the lifting of containment occurs that quickly within FortiNDR Cloud and CrowdStrike. If you have any further questions or need further information, please reach out to myself or your sales team. Thank you very much.